And we are back for round 2. We are up against Ziffy. We are on the play. And I have no idea what Ziffy is playing. I draw a 1 creature hand. I'll keep, and hopefully this doesn't screw me over. Meaning I hope my opponent has no removal. The problem with running an 18 land deck is you really don't want to mulligan because there's a very good chance you get to a 6-card hand that has no land, and then you have to mulligan again. So alright, so as long as we're up against no edicts, we're looking good. If our opponent has an edict for us, we've probably already lost. Alright, good thing we have this mutagenic growth here. And I did not F6. Your opponent probably should have used a disfigure in response to Rancor, because that way if it resolved, it would have gotten rid of the Rancor. We'll play the Nettle Sentinel now, just to spit out any edicts before combat. Doesn't have any. Equip the Bone Splitter, and swing for 5. Or at least attempt to. Maybe he has another disfigure. Yep. Oh no, he had Victim of Night. I cast Rancor on the Nettle Sentinel, equip it with Bone Splitter, and pass. So our opponent having 2 pieces of removal by turn 2 was certainly not good for us. Not sure if we can recover from it, but we will try. Our opponent is going on the offense here. Sign in Blood, plays another land. Does he have an edict? He has another disfigure. Alright, so our opponent's running a lot of cheap removal. And we have drawn 2 creatures, and we are out of creatures now. Maybe I should have tried to keep up Vines of the Vastwood. Ninja, no Shinobi. We'll play the Riverboa, and let's see, next turn we can rank for it and attack and leave up regeneration on it. Hopefully, our opponent has 4 cards in hand. Hopefully he is out of removal. And hopefully there's no Shinobi here. Isn't, but we're at 12, so our opponent already has the life advantage on us. And now if he draws Grey Merchant, that will be too much to come back from. Click on you. Attack. Alright, our opponent goes down to 4. I want to equip the Bone Splitter to him now, just so I can Vineswood him next turn, and he will be at 10 power with my opponent at 10 life, and so if my opponent for some reason has no blockers at all next turn, it will be good enough for the win. So if my opponent has Grey Merchant here, he wins. I'm assuming he does. Yep. Alright, on to game 2. The opponent is playing Disfigures and Victim of Night, but no edicts there. Bring in a Mirror Bola because it was Swamp Walk. I think I should take out the Vault Scourge. It's just probably the worst card in this matchup, in that our opponent already has a Flying Spectre that he can block with, and it's bad against the Witches. I think I want to take out the other Vault Scourge for an Archer. At least if my opponent does play the Spectre and makes us discard a card, we can just tap this guy and kill it. What do I think about Gleeful Sabotage? We did not see Oublet that last game. We definitely like the Young Wolves. They're probably the best card in this matchup. Mutagenic Growth will be very good at going up against Disfigure. What about Garuk's Champion, or Garrick? Would it be worth taking out for another Archer? Or how about a Riverboa? Now I'll leave myself here. I'll take out another one Riverboa for another Archer, and I will submit that. Alright, so now we have to win 2 games in a row here. Would you like to play first? Yes. We will keep. This looks like a good hand. First turn Net of Sentinel with a Mutagenic Growth backup, and next turn I can get out the Pit Skulk. Our opponent plays a Baron more, indicating he kept a hand that's likely light on lands. Definitely playing the forest. And now the question here is, do I want to Rancor on the Net Sentinel, or do I want to save that for the Pit Strike? And I want to get this Rancor in now, because it means I get an extra 2 damage in. And we will play the Pit Sculpt. Put our auto yields on here. Always yes. Finds of the Vastwood is a very good draw here. Alright, we're swinging for 10, which will put my opponent at 6. The question is, do I want to use any more pump, because I could potentially kill him if he does not have any removal here. But I will rather wait, because I do not want him to respond to Lines of the Vastwood with any type of removal. And I believe this puts us in a good chance of killing him next turn. Alright, now that he casts that, we will use Vines and Mutagenic Growth. And we should win here. So a turn 3 kill, which is pretty good for Pauper. Going on to game 3. Any changes? Would I like to make any changes? No, I'll keep it just like this. I'm very happy I did not go all in prior to the Victim of the Night, or we would have lost that game, but we waited, we made our opponent flinch, and caused us to win as a result. Oh boy, this is not a good hand. We already have 4 land, but we do have creatures that are good in this matchup, but no 1-drop. Our opponent did mull to 6. So how would this hand play out? The problem with the Mirror Boa is that it will just die to Disfigure. And the problem with sending this hand back is it is likely you will get a hand with 0 land in it. And we have no 1-drops, so we'll go turn 2, safe hold delete, and we're on the draw. Turn 3, play a snake. Turn 4, play a snake. I will let mulligan because that just seems a little too slow, and hopefully we can get a better random 6. Didn't, but I'm not going to mulligan this. Although it has a turn 1 play, now we're on 1 creature, so 1 victim of the night will be a blowout for this hand. And we draw land number 3. So if we could draw no more land for the rest of this match, we will have a chance. If we draw another land, I think it is unlikely that we will win. I'm glad to see this Kajuka Bog, because it means our opponent will only be able to use this Disfigure here, as opposed to Victim of the Night, which we would just lose. And we draw another land. Alright, if we do not draw a creature sphere, alright, we did. So we still have a chance of pulling out this game. That's probably the best use that I could have gotten out of that forest. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand left. Part of me just wants to draw another Rancor or a Bone Splitter here and just go all in on this pistol. Because my opponent plays a deck that has hand disruption at this mana level, I will just cast these now. If he has a Disfigure that we lose to, that's clearly unfortunate. But I'm making the active choice to not play around Disfigure and play around Discard. And hopefully my opponent's just on creatures now and no removal. So now we have a 3-turn clock, assuming no removal, no life gain. That is a big assumption. So I predict our chance of winning this match here be around 10 or 15%. If our opponent has a disfigure here, I will say around, he just doesn't, so. That was a very good draw. So if our opponent plays a Grey Merchant next turn, it will be a 5-point drain. Bringing our opponent up to 10. Bring us down to 11. So, and then it would be a 2-turn clock that we would have on him. And he would have about a 2-turn clock on us. So it will be a very close one if he doesn't. He has Sign and Blood, which will likely get him removal that he will play either now or on our combat step, depending if he wants to play around Vines of the Basswood or if it's Disfigure. Now he did go down to 3 to do that, and we pull it out. I am a little surprised, but I think a lot of it is due to this guy having Swamp Walk, which he knew would be unblockable from then on. And as someone that plays mono black, I know that if you get a Pit Skull with a power up to 3, it's pretty much unblockable for the deck. So we pulled out round 2. It definitely was a close one. I was not believing we were going to win, but our opponent played no removals. Oh, just the one Disfigure, in which we had the mutagenic growth for. So I'm happy. We will be going on to round 3, and if we win either round 3 or round 4, we will be in the prizes. So I will see you there.